Hello from Anglo-American University. Anglo-American University is the very first private university ever founded in Prague, in the Czech Republic, and it's actually the oldest one in the entire country. It was founded in 1990, immediately after the fall of communism, and its focus since then has been on global education for all. A few key facts before we officially begin. Anglo-American University is actually dual accredited, which means that if you come with us after 3 years, you will have a degree that is recognized in both the EU, thanks to our MSMT Czech accreditation, and North America, thanks to our WASC accreditation. The WASC accreditation is actually a North American accreditation based out of California, and there are only 11 schools internationally that have it. In addition to our accreditations, we are also a fully international school. We currently have students from over 80 different countries. We also have high quality degrees. We have top professors from all over the world, just like our students, but we also design our degrees to function the way that the business world actually functions. So if you decide to pursue business, for example, you'll have real case studies. If you decide to pursue art, you're going to have a good understanding of how the art world works. We want to make sure that all of our alumni can be successful in whatever their chosen career field is. We also do engage in interactive and applied learning. There will be group projects, there will be real-world work, and there will be studying outside of class beyond your textbooks, so when you do graduate, you'll be fully prepared for the world that awaits you. And as mentioned, we do have globally recognized degrees. This means that after you graduate, not only can you work in the US or the EU, but you can get a job in any country. In addition to our lovely degrees, we also have a beautiful campus. Our campus is actually located in an ancient palace, the Turntaxis Palace. It was built just after the 30 Years' War and is a historically protected building maintained by the city of Prague. This means that while you sit in class, you won't be in a standard classroom that could be anywhere in the world. You will really feel like you are in Prague. As you'll notice from this picture, we also have our own garden complete with peacocks, so it's truly like being in a different time with all of the benefits of modern learning. Now, we are a liberal arts college, so our schools of studies are business, which is our largest school, humanities and social sciences, which has a number of different concentrations from across the humanities umbrella so that you can really get what you want out of your social sciences degree. An international relations and diplomacy program, which is possibly our strongest program because we are an international environment in a major international capital. Journalism, media, and visual arts, which is focused more on where those fields are going rather than where they've been, and we'll talk more about that later. The John H. Carey School of Law. This is actually the University of London's direct law program taught through us on our campus, and our global degree program, which is in partnership with Kent State. Our global degree program is a CIS program, so you can pursue computer science, digital imaging. If you wanted to go into something like graphic design or programming, this is the school for you. Now, our undergraduate programs specifically get a little bit interesting. Within our business program, we do have 3 concentrations. We have our general business administration program. This is people who know they want to go into business, but who maybe don't know exactly what they want to do within it, or people who just want a broad understanding of the field as a whole. We have our marketing and communications emphasis. This is more PR, mergers, management, and the human side of business. And then we have our strategic marketing analysis and planning. This is for finance and economics, data crunching. It is very math heavy and requires a math entrance exam, but that is just for placement. So if you're looking to get into fields of economics and finance, this is the program for you. Within humanities, we currently have 3 listed, although we are in the process of getting more. So our society and culture is probably our most popular. Society and culture is going to give you a broad range of understanding humans and their interactions in general with the world and each other. So you'll take a few anthropology classes, some, sociology, some philosophy, and you'll kind of get a good understanding of where humankind has come from. Within politics and society, we get a little bit more specific. It'll help you to understand things like why we need laws and where they're going, as opposed to the actual nitty-gritty that international relations would offer. Within humanities, we're also having psychology, sociology, conflict resolution. There's lots of different options. International relations also takes that conflict resolution a bit further. International relations with us is interesting because many of our professors currently work in the field, so you're going to get real world examples. You're also going to be able to have your internships in embassies here, or for nonprofits, or for other various programs that directly deal with international relations. It's a much broader field than you might realize, and so we're trying to offer you all of the options available within it. Our journalism, media, and visual arts programs, as I mentioned, are looking towards the future. Realistically, if you want to be a journalist, you're probably not going to work for a newspaper. Most people don't read those anymore. You'll most likely be writing for online publications, and so you're going to need to understand how to meet your deadlines, how to price your work properly, how to work effectively as a freelancer, in addition to needing the writing skills. So we make sure that you have all of that ready. Likewise, with visual art, if you want to have your show in a gallery, you need to know how to run that gallery and price your work. If you need to get famous, let's say Banksy style, you're not going to do that the way people used to. Now it's probably going to be through Instagram. Your exposure is going to come through social media. So we teach you how to market yourself. And then, of course, you have your standard courses to get better at painting, sculpting, or whatever your medium of choice is. Within law, we have two options. The standard law program is the LLB. However, given that it is through the University of London, it does require standard A levels. So if you do not have those, you can do the Certificate of Higher Education in Common Law instead, which is a stepping stone into the LLB program. Our graduate programs kind of piggyback off of our undergrad, so you can spend 5 full years with us and get 2 separate degrees. Now, the business masters available to us are the MBA, which is through Chapman University. The MBA is the business standard in the United States. So if you are interested in living and working in the United States after you graduate, this is the degree for you. The Business and Law and International Markets degree is more focused on the EU, but the world as a whole. Laws are different in individual countries, and if you want to work for a company that is going to expand globally, then you have to understand the practices and laws in those international markets to be able to properly grow your business. This is the degree that will help you do that. International relations and diplomacy is a must for anyone hoping to go into diplomacy as a career field. You cannot be a diplomat or a high-ranking nonprofit official if you do not have a master's degree. So this one is a continuation of our undergraduate program, and it's going to put you in a better position to be able to achieve your dreams within these fields. Humanities as a master is something that's going to allow you to kind of make it what you need it to be. It's great for people that are looking to pursue PhDs, to be museum curators, to be higher educators, or also for people that maybe aren't quite sure of what they want, but they want to have a good foundation for whatever it is. Our law program is also through the University of London, and it is actually a certificate program that's going to help get you a leg up on the competition when you do enter the field of law. Now, our programs are great, but you need to know how you're going to learn in order to know if our school is right for you. We are proud to offer very small class sizes. Our largest class will be 25 students, no more. Most likely, though, you'll have more like 10 to 15 students per class. This means that your professors will know you well, and you'll know all of your classmates well, so it's a very personalized approach. I did mention earlier we like interactive and applied learning. As you can see from this top picture, you're going to have a lot of discussions in class, you're going to work with groups, and you're going to become better at integrating fully into a variety of cultures. This is important. Realistically, in the world, different cultures react to things in different ways, and you need to know how to adapt and quickly overcome if you want to get ahead in life. So being in a global environment helps you do that before you even get into the workforce, and it gives you a bit of an edge. In addition, we also do have our world-class faculty. They are from all over the world. Our students primarily are from the United States, the Czech Republic, and post-Soviet countries, and our faculty reflects that. However, we also do have a lot of European and Australian faculty members as well. So if you're passionate about being in an environment that's going to fully encompass the globe, this is the one for you. It's great to get an education, but you have to know what to do with it, and you have to have practice to get there. We offer a mentorship hub, which is to help anybody who is struggling in any course. In order to be a member of the mentorship hub, meaning in order to mentor other people, you have to be a student who got an A in the course, a teacher, or a dean. So if you use the mentorship hub, you can rest assured that whoever is helping you is qualified to do so. We also have a career center that's going to help you figure out where you want to go and how to get the jobs you like. We do require an internship to graduate. Oftentimes these internships will lead to jobs, and we will help you get it. Our professional development workshops will help you figure out how to write an accurate CV, how to interview properly, and how to present yourself like the person you want to become. And then we also have a career expo. The career expo is great because not only will businesses come to you so that they can see if they like you, but you can decide if you like them. It's great to have a job, but if you don't like that job, then you're not going to last very long at it. So you need to be sure that you are going to fit in with the work culture of that place. And our Career Expo is a great way to help you figure out what you're looking for. Within journalism, you do need practice. So we have the Lennon Wall magazine. This is a 100% student-run magazine. And we also have our Soundbricks Radio. This is 100% student-run radio station. There's no faculty involvement with either. And this way you'll get all the practice you need in being a radio personality or a DJ or writing articles or showing off your photography in a professional environment, but with a little bit less high stakes. We do have Model UN. We both have them and we help run them, so you can kind of do both sides of Model UN if you're interested. And then in business, we do have real-world case studies and international consultings. Now, real-world case studies are important for business because it's great to be able to look at a book and repeat the vocabulary that you find in that book. But unless you understand how that vocabulary applies to the real world, then you're never going to have the right edge you need to be the success that you know you can be. So we'll study actual businesses and figure out why they succeeded or failed, and then you'll be able to take that knowledge with you as you move forward. Moot court for law is much the same. It's lovely, again, to know what all the words mean, but until you practice them, you won't have a real understanding for what you want to do. And so moot court is going to help you figure out which aspect of law you'd like to go into. In addition to these things, we also have Professors in the Pub. Professors in the Pub is probably our single most popular event. Every single month, we will pick a current event happening in the world. We've done the Me Too movement, we've done populism, we've done Donald Trump, and there will be a faculty member who's an expert in that, and then everyone else who wants to participate, student or not, can come together and talk in a peer environment and share their dreams, opinions, and goals. This is really important, especially with something like our Eco Week that we had. We had a lot of people from all over the globe coming together to talk about what being eco-friendly means to them, and we got a lot of new ideas that came out of it that we're hoping to implement. Professors in the Pub is an excellent way to both speak your mind and to hear others' opinions. We do have a law school roundtable, which is essentially the same idea for law school, and MBA open lectures, which is essentially the same idea for the MBA. However, this is interesting because we like to have people in the business world who have succeeded or failed in any of their ventures come in and talk to you about what happened. Realistically speaking, within business, you are not always going to be successful, but that doesn't mean that you should give up. In fact, often the failure leads to more doors being opened. You just have to know how to walk through them. We do also have academic conferences and a few exhibitions every year. The greatest thing we can offer you at Anglo-American University is the ability to connect with other people. It is a global community here in 2020, and now more than ever, we are all interconnected. Let's say you grew up in Germany, but you've always wanted to go to Costa Rica. If you come to Anglo-American, you will meet someone from there who might be able to give you a job or an opportunity or even just a place to stay once you travel. There really is the most amazing variety of people on this campus to help you achieve any and all of your goals. And since everybody is in the same position of being from somewhere else, we're all there to connect. In addition, we also have a lot of opportunities, such as this picture in the middle, our annual ball. Our annual ball is an annual thing that happens usually in Prague Castle or another similar environment, and it's just an excuse for you to dress up for the night and enjoy a night of culture. There's usually dances from people's different countries, different kinds of music, interesting foods. It's again just another way to fully integrate with the community around you. Why Prague though? There's a lot of places where you can have a lot of different people coming together. So what makes Prague special? Well, it is one of the top 10 best student cities in the entire world. The very first university ever founded in Central Europe ever was founded in Prague in 1348. And since its founding, Prague has remained a very student-focused city. We also have the fifth best public transportation in the entire world. It is cheap, it is quick, it is reliable, and it is safe, so you can get anywhere you want on any of the buses, trams, or metros at any time of day pretty easily. Now, this next statistic is actually incorrect as of now. Currently, the Czech Republic has the first lowest unemployment rate in the EU. Once you graduate with us, you are legally able to enter the Czech work market, and therefore, if you're concerned about something like how you'll find a job after you graduate, Prague is the place for you. There are a lot of jobs available, and you have the ability to work in Prague with your degree. It is the sixth safest city in the entire world, and the Czech Republic is actually one of the top 10 safest countries, so you can come here knowing that nothing bad is going to happen to you while you're here. And it is also incredibly affordable. There are a lot of beautiful international cities that unfortunately aren't very attainable for the average person beyond a couple of days. Prague is not one of those. Prague is the best preserved Gothic and Baroque city in all of Europe, and it is so affordable. You can get a steak dinner for $8. You can get a beer or a glass of wine for $1. You can go to a park anytime for free. There's a lot of them, and Czechs love to be in nature. No matter what you want to do, there's a way to do it here on any budget. Speaking of budgets, the cost of living here, as I mentioned, is quite low. In total, you're looking at between $400 and $700 US a month, including meals, accommodation, public transport, and entertainment. Now, this, of course, does depend on your lifestyle. If you are the kind of person who tends to cook most of your meals at home, who tends not to shop very often, and who tends to enjoy being outside in parks and that kind of thing, you might even be able to do it for less than $400. If, however, you love nothing more than to go out for a meal, to go out drinking, to go shopping every day, then you're looking definitely between $700 and $800. But no matter what your lifestyle is, you can be accommodated here within that. Housing is typically between $200 and $500 US a month. This depends on what you're looking for. You can have a room in a dorm for quite cheap, or you can have your own huge, beautiful apartment in Old Town Square for quite a lot of money. However, not a lot of money on the world scale, just a lot by Czech standards. Part-time jobs are also an option here. Your student visa will function as a work visa. So you can work part-time. You can work, I believe it's up to 20 hours per week, and you can make with that between $300 and $700 US a month. The Career Center can help you find jobs. However, if you speak English, there's a lot of jobs already available that you won't need help looking for. They're everywhere. One great way to minimize the cost of living is to live in the AAU-provided accommodation. AAU is partnered with a company called Zytrum that's offering student housing in Holišovice, which is one of the top 10 coolest neighborhoods in Europe and is an up-and-coming area full of parks, restaurants, and bars for you to meet your friends in. It is just one tram ride away from AAU's campus, and you'll be living in a facility with many of our students, so it's an easy way to make friends and to immediately feel at home. Regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, AAU is offering a tailored approach for the fall of 2020. For any students currently living in a region that are not affected by the restrictions, in this case meaning Czech students and those who are able to cross the borders, we can resume our face-to-face instruction in the fall. It will be in accordance, of course, with health guidelines set forth by the government, but otherwise nothing should change beyond the actual running time of the semester. For students who are affected by the restrictions around the borders, so Slovak students and those who would need to cross borders to come to our campus, you can attend online courses. These online courses are asynchronous, meaning that they can happen at the time that's best for you. You'll have a meeting with the dean of the chosen program in order to discuss your registration, and they will help you make the best schedule for you in order to take advantage of our online platform. For all students, no matter where they're from, we are now offering the option to waive or delay the requirement for English test scores for all prospective students. This is because we are aware that many of the testing centers are closed, and we want to provide all of our prospective students with the opportunity to join us if they so choose. This means that you will have your interview with the dean, and they will decide whether or not they feel you would be a good student, and then you simply need to provide your test scores before the start of classes. The start of classes this year is in September. It is September 21st. This is because we are offering a shortened semester due to COVID-19. It will run September 21st to December 16th. On December 16th, you will be completely finished with the fall semester, all exams taken. This does mean there will be no fall break, but it also means you will only have 3 months of classes. If you are interested in joining us for the fall 2020 semester, the fall 2020 application deadline is September 10th. By deadline, we mean you need to make sure that you have your application in no later than September 10th. So how do you begin? Well, you have to choose the program you're most interested in and then fill in the application form found on our website. The application form button is the top corner of every single page, so it's very easy to find, and it wants simple information like your name, the program, your passport number, etc. Once you fill in that application, you simply have to pay the application fee of 2,000 Czech crowns, and then you submit all of your required documents. These are pretty simple. We need transcripts, we need your high school diploma. We understand if you have not graduated high school yet, that is common and is not a problem. Just simply make a note of that while sending in the rest of your documents. You'll have to give us an English exam like the IELTS or the TOEFL unless you qualify for a waiver. We'll also need a personal statement, a CV, a copy of your passport. It's a very simple process. Once you get all of your documents in, we'll schedule you for an interview with the dean. Ultimately, the dean will decide whether or not you are a person we want at AAU. We're more interested in the quality of person and the dedication of the student than we are in the grades of the student. You, of course, do need to have good grades. However, if something has happened one semester and you didn't do as well as the rest of them, that's not going to be the thing that stops you from getting in. We want students that are passionate. We want students that want to be on our campus as badly as we want them on our campus. We want people who want to work, who want to succeed, who want to make a mark on the world, and who want to be a part of our community going forward. If you feel like you fit this criteria, then we're very excited to have you on our campus. We encourage you very strongly to apply as soon as possible, and we're here to help you every step of the way. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me. My name is Rebecca. I'm the Prospective Student Advisor at Anglo American University, and I'm looking forward to receiving your message. We hope that you join us in Prague.